Hey there guys, DJ Slope here from Slope's Game Room, looking very trampy. I do apologise about the way I look. I'm desperate for a haircut, which I can't go to the hairdressers at the moment because of all the coronavirus stuff. And I'm not half unshaven. I suffer from, I think it's alopecia, where basically certain parts of my beard just stopped. It kind of grows, but not really. I have had full beards before, but just all of a sudden now, just it's gone. I used to suffer with it, just have two little dots right there that didn't, and then they started growing again. So I'm gonna try and not shave for like a week or so, just to see if I can get any growth back in those areas. It's very weird. It's very weird, but you're not here to talk about this. Let's talk about Streets of Rage: The Complete History. I just wanted to apologise for the ridiculous way I look. Ooh, hello! Look at that Streets of Rage noise. I think someone's just subscribed. Let's have a look. There you go. Someone randomly subscribed. So let me tell you what's going on. Down below, or above, if you're a YouTube member, Patreon, it's slightly different for either one. There will be a 40-minute edit of the video. That's going to be about an hour long, so I've still got to tack on another 20 minutes towards the end. And then I've got to create an intro and obviously my typical Patreon outro. Yeah, the videos, whoa, it's insane. I've got even more collaborators on it now. So 20 minutes of the 40-minute video is completely edited. You'll be able to see that, and then the final 20 minutes of the video below is just basically the audio edit with a couple of little bits here and there. So you can watch that below if you want to. It's completely edited, so I don't think there'll be anything else added. When this video comes out, I'm going to be sharing with everyone because I think it's important to get as much information out there as possible. I don't want to hold back gaming info. You know, like, that's not what it's about. But you guys are Patreons and you're getting to see this early, so I will show you that as well. Down below there will be a mega.nz link, which is where I managed to get it from, of the original Western design document. There's a couple of pages of the Japanese design document when it was called DSWAT, and now there's the Western one, which I think is a little bit later. It goes a lot more in depth about what they wanted to add into the game and all that. God, listen to all these streets of people subscribing. Thank you. Yeah, so you guys can download that, check it out yourself. It's quite cool. The only thing I do ask is don't share it until the video's out. When the video's out, share away. I want more and more people to know about the history of Streets of Rage than what my video will be able to do. So please do share away. Anyway, God, I keep knocking my mic. I do apologise. Let's talk about collaborators in this particular video. So I'll say them all. There's some there you'll know from the previous days, the previous update, and there's a few new people I've added in there as well. So we've got Mogminer, who's one of my, or Mogminer, as he likes me to say, one of my Patreons. So yeah, he's going to be on there. We have Alpha Omega Sin in the video as well. He's got a very mini cameo, but it works for the video. You've got me, obviously. Then we've got GameSack doing Noriyoshi Oba. So I've got Joe from GameSack. We've got Larry Bundy, another smaller cameo, but it works quite nicely. I wonder if anyone will just not realise it's him. They'll just think it's me. Well, you got Larry Bundy, Down the Rabbit Hole. Frederick from Down the Rabbit Hole is going to be Yuzo Koshiro, quite a big role there. And you got Mac McMuscles. We've got Erin Plays, my female entry. That was Yuzo Koshiro's sister, who did all of the original artwork. Oh, calm down, phone, calm down. Yep, so I've got her doing that. Let me just turn this down. There we go. Ayano Koshiro, so that's Erin Plays. We have Ashins being the voice of Jamie Crook. He's the guy who runs Data Discs, basically. He gave a really good, big, heavy quote in a Retro Gamer magazine about how important and why Streets of Rage 2's music is just so well loved and, you know, it's fully stood the test of time. So I thought I'd put that in there. So yeah, we've got Ashins. I've just had this audio through, so I can confirm this now. Motohiro Kawashima, the guy who helped make the Streets of Rage 2 and 3 soundtrack, and 4, is going to be voiced by Game Dave. So that's a new one. Then we've got Mr. Patrick Davis, Patman QC. He's going to be a voice on there. We've got Sega Statement. This one I can say as well. Retro Man Cave. I thought like a nice... Basically, this is part of the video where... Sega had to send in a kind of a cease and desist, like take down Streets of Rage remake. It was right in the middle of when they were re-releasing the games for iPhone, so they took down the remakes, basically the fan-made remakes. And I thought, you know, it was a very typical. We at Sega like to make sure our properties blah blah blah. So I thought I'd have a nice, sensible voice for that part. So yeah, we got Retro Man Cave. Grizzly, another Patreon good friend, moderator over in the in Discord and on the YouTube chats. He's going to be the voice of Ben. I'm going to say it wrong. Ben Fikwa. Who's basically the lead artist on Streets of Rage 4. We got Top Hat Gaming Man doing the voice of Bomber Game Statement, because I thought that'd be quite funny. He's like the naughty boy who's made the the remakes. I thought I'd get Top Hat Gaming Man. New one for you. We have My Life in Gaming. Both of those guys are going to be voicing the two people, and we've got as well a new one, Kim Justice voicing Cyril from Guard Crush Games for Streets of Rage 4. Now, who are My Life in Gaming voicing both of them? Well, that's the very, very exciting thing I've got to tell you for this episode. I already told you that Al Nilsson, who was essentially the head of marketing for Sega, one of the men responsible for bringing things like Streets of Rage, but also stuff like Sonic the Hedgehog to the Western world. Massively important guy to the history of Sega, the most important years of Sega. And on top of that, the final one that I can finally confirm is Tom Kalinske has given me a quote for the Streets of Rage video. This isn't something that I've taken from somewhere else, like a blog or a magazine or whatever. Tom Kalinske, the head of Sega, the man responsible for making the Mega Drive what it was, like, whoa. He's given me just a couple of paragraphs about why Streets of Rage was just so important, and both of them go into detail about the fact that Japan didn't want to make Streets of Rage 2. So very, very excited. Actually, if you look at the last update, the last YouTube member or Patreon update, you'll actually see the quote from Al Nilsson, and down below I'll also put the quote that Tom Kalinske has given us as well. It's very, very, very exciting. I doubt I'll ever be able to do a video like this again. That amount of collaborators and literally quotes from the most important people in the history of Sega, for us Western folk, like it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm actually still sorting out the audio for this video. Like, I've gone to extreme levels. In fact, let me show you how far I've gone with this. So there's this one part of the video where I explain how Yuzo Koshiro took a lot of inspiration from a lot of... You'll be able to hear this in the full 40-minute video, but I'll show you this one little bit right now, where basically Yuzo Koshiro took inspiration from a lot of popular music for the time. And to demonstrate this, I actually got my old decks out and made a little mix. So check this stuff out. Well, I say decks, my DJ software to edit this. Have a gander of this. Let me see it. The audio should work for you.
Once I tried house music, it all clicked, and I thought it sounded...
I'm just going to quickly change the settings on OBS.
Sounded really...
No, not that one.
Cool.
One more try. Yes. Right, here we go. I'm just going to turn my mic on mute. Have a listen to this. That explains where we got his inspiration from for a lot of the music. So here we go.
Once I tried house music, it all clicked, and I thought it sounded really cool.
Yes, it did. Although from time to time these tracks were a little too close to comfort to the tracks he took inspiration from.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is bumping, look ahead, the crowd is jumping. Pump it up a little more, get the party going on the dance floor. See, 'cause that's where the party's at, and you find out if you do that.
Mic back on. How cool's that? I did it one more time as well later on in the video for Streets of Rage 2. Shall I show you that? Yeah, I'll show you that. Have a gander of this. Here we go. With some friendly competition was what drove the title to sound the way it did. And again, just like the first game perhaps, they copied a little bit too much.
Yes, the rhythm, the rebel. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. The hard rhymer, where you never been, I'm in. You want styling? You know it's time to get deep.
Yes, I think we can forgive them again. There you go. So you can see like the crazy lengths I'm going to for this particular video. So yes, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 collaborators for this. 16 if you class My Life and Gaming as 2 collaborators for this one video. Oh, amazing, amazing. Very, 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 very excited. I'm just going to crack on now, guys. I hope you like the little preview that I've got for you down below. And yeah, let's get this bad boy finished so I can share it all with you. Thank you all so much for your support. I'm getting a lot of new YouTube members and patrons at the moment, and I tell you what, it couldn't come at a better time. So thank you all so much. Yeah, feel free to drop me a DM either on Patreon or over on Discord, whatever is better if you want to have a little chat. It'll be good. Anyway, cool guys. Catch you later. Bye bye.